National Youth Awards 2012 Education Awards. Miss Yanni Spencer. Yanni Spencer is a past student of the Sunnyside Primary School. From her entry into the school, Yanni was identified as a hard-working student who also loved to explore. As a result, she was selected to represent her school in several competitions, including the Zonal Mathematics Quiz, the Jingle Competition, and the National Science Fair. She graduated valedictorian and placed first in the 2012 Nationwide Common Entrance Examination. Yanni is currently attending the Antigua Girls High School and, in her spare time, enjoys playing netball and the steel pan, and has also taken a keen interest in technology. Her personal motto is, "Through Christ, all things are possible." Miss Yanni Spencer. Mr. Joel Beezer. From a young age, Joel Beezer was encouraged to do his best. During his years at the Christian Union Academy, he certainly did his best and was captain of the school's spellbound team before graduating as valedictorian. He attended the Antigua Grammar School, where his outstanding work led to his selection in various competitions. Some of these include the National Junior Science Quiz, the National Debate Competition, and the National Literacy Festival, where he grabbed 3 first-place prizes. He decided to take 15 subjects at the CSEC level and gained distinctions in all 15. Joel also has a passion for the arts and enjoys playing the saxophone, the piano, and his writing. He is currently a student at the Antigua State College. Mr. Joel Beezer. Miss Adia Crump. Adia has always been focused on excellence, both inside and outside of the classroom. At the Sunnyside Primary School, she was awarded for her performance in track and field, also became involved in dance and karate. On graduating, she also received the Governor General's Award and chose to attend the Antigua Girls High School after placing in the top 100 common entrance examiners. At high school, she was active in programs such as the Interact and Junior Achievers, while also being active in netball, receiving an MVP award in 2010. After a stellar performance at the CSEC level, which included 7 distinctions, Adia moved to the Antigua State College. At college, she continued in her extracurricular activities. In addition to her schoolwork, in 2012, she received the Island Scholar Award for her outstanding results at the CAPE examinations. She is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance. Miss Adia Crump. Miss Diane Archibald. Diane Archibald is a graduate of the Jennings Secondary School and the Blue Water Bible College, where she obtained a bachelor's degree in education. After returning to Antigua from her studies, she began working at the Red Cross School for the Deaf, where she has worked for 19 years. She recently completed her master's in deaf education at the Texas Women's University in August of 2012 and is presently the acting principal at the School for the Deaf. What drives her is the belief that each child, no matter the disability, should have the best opportunity to succeed in life. She also enjoys working with young people and children, especially at her church. Miss Diane Archibald. National Youth Awards 2012 Sports Awards. Young Sportswoman of the Year, Miss Tamiko Butler. Tamiko Butler has been involved in athletics even as a child, representing Antigua and Barbuda in an international meet at the tender age of 6. By the time she was 8 years old, she had had her first international win at a 1500-meter invitational meet in New York. She continued her long-distance running, winning medals at many events. After getting a stress fracture at 15, she began swimming and cycling as a means of rehabilitation for her injury, after which she decided to make the switch from a runner to a triathlete. In 2010, she made another switch, deciding to focus on cycling. Her efforts paid off, winning medals in many regional and international events. These include gold at the 2011 Caribbean Championships and the 2012 Caribbean Road Race Championships. Tamiko capped 2012 with the title of Antigua and Barbuda's National Sportswoman of the Year, Miss Tamiko Butler. Young Sportsman of the Year, Mr. Quentin Griffith. Quentin Griffith grew up in the Round South community and attended the Erlings Primary and the Jennings Secondary Schools. By his teenage years, he had distinguished himself as a talented footballer and was selected for the Antigua and Barbuda's national football team at only 15. He has played for football teams at every level of the game, including Erlings FC, Five Piece FC, Golden Stars of Erlings FC, and All Saints United FC. He has been a recipient of several awards, including the Most Improved Player, Golden Boot, and the 2008-2009 MVP Awards. In addition to the national team, Quentin has also played for the Barracuda FC, only professional national football team in Antigua and Barbuda. This talented midfielder was also responsible for scoring Antigua's lone goal in the 2014 World Cup qualifying match against Jamaica in Jamaica. Mr. Quentin Griffith. National Youth Awards 2012 Media Awards. Young journalist, Mr. Rory Butler. Rory began his career in journalism by assisting the popular radio host Algernon Serpent Watts with a project to digitize old records for the Observer Media Group after his graduation from the St. Joseph's Academy. While attending the A-Levels department at the Antigua State College, he began working for Observer full-time. He continued to work there part-time as he embarked on studies at the University of the West Indies, returning to Observer full-time in 2010. Rory has also gained training through several journalism courses in places such as Barbados, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. In 2011, he was awarded a prestigious internship at the Commonwealth, for which he covered a number of prestigious international events before returning to Antigua and Observer. Rory is also a keen triathlete kayaker and also has qualifications in coaching. Mr. Rory Butler. Young media practitioner Cleveroy Thomas. Cleveroy Thomas has spent much of his life as a youth worker and as a media practitioner. His journey in the latter field began 14 years ago, and he has worked at various media houses, both in Antigua and Barbuda and around the region. Cleveroy has also been involved in youth work for many years, having served as the CARICOM Youth Ambassador from 2004 to 2010. As a youth ambassador, he has also served as member of the National Youth Policy Task Force and was the co-chair of the Caribbean Community's Special Committee to draft a regional strategy for youth development. Cleveroy is also a member of the Antigua and Barbuda Defense Force and is a musician and writer. Mr. Cleveroy Thomas. Youth-friendly media house, Observer Media Group. The Observer Media Group is a locally owned company comprising of the Daily Observer, Observer Radio, Hits FM, Observer Printry, and Observer Online. Observer benefits from the talents and energies of its youthful staff and has many programs which cater to the needs of its young audience. Some of these programs include Youth Connect and Our House, which allows young people to share their views on a range of issues as well as try to impart important values. Another more recent addition is Young Observer, a magazine which caters to the youth audience. The Observer Media Group has served as a launching pad for many young journalists, and the company seems well placed to continue to be a positive influence in the lives of the nation's youth. The Observer Media Group. National Youth Awards 2012, Cultural and Performing Arts. Miss Tiffany Smith. From a young age, Tiffany's talent for performing was noted, and her mother decided to enroll her at the Antigua Dance Academy. After entering Antigua Girls High School, her talents flourished as she became involved in numerous groups such as the debate team, the school's choir, as well as participating in netball and football. The highlight of her time at the Antigua Girls High School was her rendition of Adeste Fidelis at the school's annual Christmas Carol service. Outside of school, Tiffany is also the main violinist for the National Youth Symphony Orchestra, has sung in the National Youth Choir, and is a member of the National Youth Theatre. On graduating from the Antigua Girls High School, she received the Honorary Ambassadorial Student Award and won a prize for outstanding performance in music and art. Since then, Tiffany has been a featured performer in the National Youth Rally and Independence Folk Festival. She is currently teaching and intends to pursue studies of psychology. Miss Tiffany Smith. Miss Renee Smith. Renee Smith discovered her passion for singing by age 5 and soon put it to good use by singing at her church. She's a graduate of the Caribbean Union College, completing a bachelor's degree in behavioral science with a minor in music. She also has a master's degree in counseling from the University of the West Indies. Renee was selected to be choir director at the formation of the National Youth Choir in 2004. The National Youth Choir has performed in events in many different countries, such as Carifesta 10 in Guyana in 2007. Renee is also a dedicated pathfinder and is a master guide director. Miss Renee Smith.